Hello, morning, good evening, whatever you are. Okay. To me, it's late evening. I'm recording this July the 2nd, 2025. Okay. As you see, the title, you know exactly what we are going to talk about. We are going to talk about hot words, hot things, hot concepts. It's hot. This is why I'm just wearing this, okay? Because I don't have an AC and it's very hot here. And I have to have some lights in order to illuminate myself so that you can look me in the eye while I'm talking. Okay, so let's start from the start. To anyone, the Jewish faith that is listening to me, I am not anti Semitic. I don't even understand the concept of hating a person, their religion. I don't consider a person being Jew as a race. I consider it as a religion and a culture. There are black and white Jewish people, just like there are black and white Christian and people, Muslim people. Second, to all people of the Muslim faith, I also do not hate you at all. I don't understand some aspects of your religion, just like I don't understand some aspects of Judaism, but I don't hate you. Nor could I, because I think it's stupid to hate a person based on their religion. Okay. Thirdly, I am not a Hamas supporter. I don't support what they do. I don't support how they act. I don't support killing, raping, and using your own people as human shields. Just like I won't. And don't start getting your panties on, because I'm going to talk about this further, and I will explain why this is my position. Is there validity to the fight? Yes. Palestine needs to have its own state. And the two-state solution is the only solution that will work. I do not want Israel to be destroyed. I do not want Palestine to be destroyed. So, as grown-ups, we have to find a way to find the consensus. And that consensus, it's already decided, it's already taken care of, and the only reason why it's not working, it's because some people just don't like it, just like the current government of Israel and some movements inside Israel itself. So, if you are going to try to label me as an anti-Zionist or anti-Semitic or whatever the fuck you want to do, go fuck yourselves. Go fuck yourselves kindly. There is a reason why this video is for over 18 and with a swearing warning. Because this is my opinion, my personal opinion, and the opinion of many people across the world that are seeing what is happening in Gaza and don't like it. I don't like it. And no matter what, look, no matter what uh, kind of justifications you can give to me, nothing justifies this. Did it justify a military intervention? Yes. Yes, people were kidnapped. Okay. Yes, it justified. But did it justify this? No. Let's begin. Okay. Now we have our cards all in the table. Again, I'm the guy in the cafe across the table with you. We're having a coffee and we are discussing things. I'm giving you my view on one opinion. I agree with the definition of genocide that countries like South Africa have put out. This is my constitutional right to express my opinion without supporting any kind of terrorist group. So, to say that I think this is what is happening is merely my opinion on it, and it's merely my opinion on what is happening. If a group is being targeted, assassinated, murdered, it's murdered, expelled from their lands, denied food, shelter, medical support, if civilians are being targeted, whatever the reasons are, it's a genocide. Because those people are being persecuted for that specific reason. And if you tell me otherwise, you give me all the justifications you can give me, I will tell you the same. You are persecuting a group specifically for their ethnic group. And there are Christians in the middle also of those Muslims, and you don't give a fuck. So it's not some kind of religious war. This is genocide and racism. Again, this is genocide and racism. A group is being targeted. And if politicians don't want to say it, some of them, I will say it. Because again, this is my personal opinion. And maybe this video will be taken down. But I don't care. At least I would have spoken my piece. And who listened to it, listens. Who didn't listen to it, didn't listen to it. And I don't care. Let's continue. How did this all begin? This all began because Hamas is hostile to Israel. And Hamas, and now I'm going to paraphrase Israel, that says, the IDF, that says that they are not doing this, that this is all allegations. So I will give it back to you. Allegedly, Hamas attacked a music festival, kidnapped people, raped people, killed people, and took in hostages. Well, the hostage part, we are certain it exists because effectively hostages have already been exchanged. So, okay, why did they do it? Was it by influence of Iran or support? Maybe. At least support they must have had. Someone had to give them the guns. Someone had to give them some kind of training to do it. So maybe it was Iran or movements inside Iran. But I also don't know it. Why? Because no one was able to investigate what is really happening. Because reporters started getting killed and expelled. You don't want to hear a military operation? Go, 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 go. So, no proof. I don't know. But let's carry on. Then, start to bomb the hell out of Gaza. And I'm just focusing on Gaza right now. Start bombing Gaza, knowing that civilians live there. And then you tell me it was because the terrorists were living amongst them. Then when you start to kill civilians, you say, oh, they were supporting them. It's not our fault. They were the ones that put them there. They were the ones that put them in danger. Okay, so I heard this joke. I think it was Bill Burr that said something like this, that, look, if there is a terrorist with a gun and he's hiding behind a baby, so your logic is that you will shoot the baby to get the terrorist. This is what you are doing. Look, I cannot know if there was, for example, that hospital that you bombed. I cannot know what was beneath it, if there were tunnels or not, if those tunnels were being used by Hamas terrorists or warriors. I don't know what the hell you call them. Terrorists, perhaps. I don't know. I have no idea. The world. What I do know is that every day civilians die, every day civilians suffer, and me personally, whenever there's this shit, I'm always on the side of the civilians. Always. Because the civilians are the only ones that have no part in the fight. And yet, it's the civilians that are being killed, raped, despoiled of all of their possessions, and you have the nerve to stop aid from entering. You allege a million things. Security reasons, they are bringing guns. You could inspect every bag of rice, of grain, of medicine that the support agencies bring into Gaza. You could peacefully remove the civilians while you conduct your operations. What do you do? Recently, I don't know when it was in these days, you bombed the café that people still had. You killed reporters, you killed young people from Palestinians, and you bombed the café. I saw civilians being shot. And no, it was not a. Because you see, let me explain you something. When I am sitting here talking with you and giving my opinion about something, I did not see it in one single place. I saw it, for example, in pro Israeli sites or videos, whatever you want to call them. I won't mention the source, okay? Because I think people should look for them and people should make up their own opinions, just like I made mine. I saw them in pro Hamas groups. I saw it in pro Palestinian. I saw it in neutral people. I saw it in humanitarian videos. I saw it in a lot of places. And I made a little chart because this is how you do investigations, you know. You have to have, it's something called the scientific method applied to this specific situation. This is what it means to fact check. Fact check does not mean to go on X or whatever, or Facebook or whatever media you like to use. I don't care about that shit. And pick up some video and here's one opinion. Because then you get shit like I got from a mega that he was parading around saying, look, the Chinese workers are protesting because of how tariffs are working and they are afraid of losing this and losing that. And then that video, that idiot was parading as that, was the video from 2000 and something of some Myanmar workers protesting outside the factory in Myanmar. Okay? So that shit doesn't stick with me. I saw. I saw IDF soldiers shooting civilians and laughing because it's very funny. Why not? I even saw a video, not very sure about it, where people were surrendering with a white sheath, white, some shit white piece of cloth. Okay? They were waving it, talking in Hebrew, because I'm not some idiot, okay? I can distinguish when someone is talking in Hebrew, although I don't understand almost nothing about it, and when someone is talking in Arabic, okay? I'm not an idiot, thank God, to be religious, okay? Waving that little white sheet and getting shot, and then allegedly buried in a ditch with their car. And these were apparently hostages that had managed to get released by the Palestinians and that were trying to get help from their army. This is allegedly. So, reason why I'm using the word allegedly. But then I saw videos of a woman covered in a hijab, and a man was trying to search her, and she refused. And there was a woman there, an Israeli woman, that could and should have done it. How would you feel if your mother was passing through one of those checkpoints and some guy started queuing up your mother or your wife or your sister or your daughter? You think that's honorable? Do you think that is the way normal people act? You want to frisk her because it's absolutely necessary? My friend, I understand. She might be carrying a bomb. I don't know what goes in your mind. Nor should I know. You are the ones that have to do more. That a close cabinet, a woman, two women inside of that little booth. The girl, in this case, it was a girl. The girl would be no. You start ripping her clothes, hitting her. Very honorable. And kids getting kicked because they are trying to get a bag of grain. And settlers attacking supply trucks that go in and bring food to the Palestinians. Why? Are they animals? Like I heard some Zionists say that we, if this includes me, okay, this includes me, a Christian or Christian race. I'm even worse because I was also partially raised pagan German. And to tell you the truth, over the years, I have become more and more pagan, even though I still hold my beliefs in Christianity very to my heart, and they are absolutely all right inside of my mentality and my ethos and my morality and my ethics because they go together. We are all animals for you, for the Zionists, the Muslims, the Christians, everyone except those that are Jews. Now, I understand that for religious motives, you would say we are different. I wouldn't get it because it has nothing to do with my way of thinking, but I would get it. But to consider others as characters you can erase from your world, supposed world, and now you are going to erase the Palestinians from a land that you think is yours, that is questionable. Because you say you were expelled. History expelled you from Palestine. History sent you to Portugal, to Iberia, to all over the Roman Empire, and then to East Europe. History sent you there. And you kept your culture and your religion. And there's nothing wrong with that. And yes, you were persecuted. Maybe because of this shit attitude. That was probably one of the reasons. And probably because of that old medieval mentality of the Jews as the mothers of God. because someone had to be blamed for Jesus getting crucified. I think you were a part of the problem, but not the sole cause. The Romans crucified Jesus. You were instigators, but not you, the people, the Jews, the Jewish people, but the priests in the temple that did not like the message of Jesus because he said, God is for all, not just for you. But no, you are the elected people. Okay, and now you're going to start calling me anti Semite because I'm saying this. And I'm going to repeat it to you, to your face. I'm not anti Semite. I would marry a Jewish woman. I would not give a shit about that. I would not care about that because it's ridiculous, because it's a way of thinking that is inferior to you, to the rest of mankind. And I'll use this word, and I don't care what type of ideas you create about them, but it's a type of to think you are superior to another person and not just, for example, different is to be an inferior person, a person that is unable to think of the world at large, to look at the world as something that has more than one component, more than one type of people, one of more than so many things. Is to reduce your world to that little view, to be little, to be petty. Look, and it's the same with Christian zealots, with Muslim zealots, with those nutters. It's the absolute same shit. It's the same idea over and over and over with a different name. And no one seems to be able to simply say things as they are. You are committing murder in Gaza. Whatever reasons you have. Today, you could stop this. You could tell to Hamas, bring us the hostages. Okay? You could secure the border with Gaza and leave people alone. But apparently, that is not the objective, right? At least you already, it seems, also allegedly, in Facebook, land and houses already being sold East Bank. What can I say? But I decided to make this video because this video has to be done. People need to listen to the voice of reason. Israel has to stop this. You have to stop this. You know that when a person calls you out, that person is your friend. Because I'm thinking about all the future people in Israel and in the world, people of the Jewish faith. Do you have any idea how much hatred this is breeding? And not just in the Muslim world, in the world at large. You are breeding hatred against your children. You are breeding hatred against your country. You are attacking the future of your country. Just like the Americans are doing right now with what they are doing with Trump. They are killing their future, just like what Russia is doing. And look, and don't play don't play the Holocaust card. Don't play anything of that. You want to ask me also? I believe the Holocaust occurred because I have proof. I don't know if it was 100% like that, but I even have in my family. Look, another reason for you to call me anti-Semitic, okay? Because I'm part German, And when I was a kid, I spoke with my grandfather, and he told me the stories that his family told him. And no, 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 they were not war criminals. They were honest soldiers, cannon fodder, to die for the Reich. Und ja, ich schaue so sprich auf Deutsch. Und ich verstehe das. Okay? Another reason for you to hate me. But I'll tell you this. Me, personally, I am a friend. Because I'm speaking the truth. I'm telling you, like I would tell any friend of mine, you are not doing a good thing. You are creating only more problems to the future. You are not going to get a final solution. Look, if you level Gaza and you kill every Palestinian that's in there, or you expel them, or you do whatever you want to do, the problem will be there. The problem will not scatter on the way. It will increase. It will be there. That stain, you Jewish religious people that so much like to talk about the purity of the soul, purity of the actions, purity of the thoughts, purity of all. Look at the stain you are putting on yourselves. Look at it. Do you think any God, even if you are the elected people, do you think any God wants this? Do you? And all of you Christians that you are supporting this because, oh, it's in the Bible that you have to support the Israel because this, because that. Am I not supporting Israel by pointing out? Am I not supporting the existence of the Jewish state by saying that the two-state solution is the best one for the future? Am I not avoiding with my thinking? And I'm just talking about my thinking. I have no voice, I have no importance. I'm irrelevant. I'm an irrelevant voice in the ether of the internet, easily smothered. But am I not a friend when I say, my friends, let them have their own state? Look, put a put a goddamn wall between you and them. Close the borders. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. Okay? Just create a path for the two parts of the Palestinian state to exist. Find whatever solutions you want. But let people live in peace and quiet and stop murdering people. Stop this. Unless you are liking it. You have become the demons that hunted you in the past. You have become the demon. My Sifu was a half Chinese guy, the man that taught me martial arts. And he used to tell me this: if you walk, if you walk with demons, you will become a demon yourself. Do you understand this? Guess who is walking with demons? You are. I won't say no more. I think this will be the first and last video I will do about this, because frankly, every time I see those people dying, and I am not a very emotional or empathic person, I think the only time when I show some emotions is when I'm making my videos. I'm a very cold person, but I don't like empathy. Well, and at least children and animals seem to like me. Women also seem to like me. okay, and I'm ugly as shit, they must see something good inside me. Because me, I'm unable to hurt a child. I'm unable to hit a woman. I'm unable to harm an animal. This is me. But I am not a good person. I have my faults. I have my demons to fight. But I tell you again, as a friend, Israel, stop this. Israel, stop this. Stop it. Stop. Think. Talk. If you make a if you make an agreement over the table, it lasts. It lasts in time. If you make it pointing a gun at someone, as soon as you turn your back, as soon as you fall asleep, as soon as you even weaken, get weak, 1 minute, 1 second, they will take that opportunity to attack you. Think about who is profiting with this situation. Think about it. You will reach the same conclusion as I have, but that I won't speak about it because it's not my place to do it. Because I'm not Israeli and I'm not a Jew. So I won't talk about it. You need to figure it out. But for starters, stop this shit. Alright. If I offended anyone, I am very sorry, but I will repeat what I said. I am not anti Semitic. I do not support any kind of terrorist organizations. Okay? I do not support any kind of violence for whatever reason. I support people talking. I support people solving things with their bloody mouths and thoughts and ideas and words because we did not develop large claws and fangs. We developed minds so that we would not act like savage beasts. Thank you for listening to my rant and bye. See you next one.